Today is definitely Friday the 13th. Welcome to Friday the 13th with me, Llewellyn. I'll tell you about that later. First, let me remind you, my name is Llewellyn. I am not a professional. I am not a counselor. I am not a therapist. I'm not. I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose nor can I prescribe medication. For some reason, people, I can't even talk now. Let me back up. So I need to finish that. So I'm not a doctor. I cannot diagnose nor can I prescribe medication. I am not perfect. As we can all tell, I am not. I am just off my game tonight. I am a child of God. And this is like the second time I've tried doing this. And for some reason, there's no comments on here. It's not allowing me to have comments. I don't know why it didn't connect. I'm hoping that my live is here. But anyway, it is Friday the 13th. I am very, very late and I am very sorry. Oh, I was just thinking I'm going to go to bed. But then I remembered this is Friday. I'm supposed to be here. So here I am. So here we go. So I'm in the Tiny Steps to Success book right now. I am in, what chapter am I in? I am on chapter, I need to change that. Not 8 and 9. I'm on 9 and 10. Oh my stars. See, I am like totally off my game tonight. All right. So chapter 9 is talk about being stuck. Have you ever felt stuck? Maybe with weight loss and you're at that plateau. Maybe it's with the lack of hair growth because it won't grow. Or maybe it's your life and you're like, I don't know how to change it. How do I get out of this rut? Maybe you want to write a book and you're stuck and not sure what to do. Whatever the case is, it's in my book. So whatever the case is, if you ever get yourself in a rut and you don't know where to start or what to say, it is okay to start over. Retrace your steps, start from the beginning. Heck, go back to bed, wake up and go, here we go, right? It's okay to pick up right where you left off. If you remember where that is, I would remember. But, sorry, had a yawn. Maybe when you're journaling, you can use one-word sentences, things like love, pain, hurt, heal, frustrated, angry, whatever the case is, right? So forth, so on, yada, yada, yada. And then maybe later you can decipher your feelings if you don't know what your feelings are. So this is about journaling. This is about being stuck in your journaling. And you're like, I know Llewellyn said that in the morning you wake up, you get your journal, and you write 3 things that you're grateful for. Great. And it has to be different every day. Okay, fine. How about 3 things that I want to accomplish that day? That could be just getting out of bed, right? So those are the 6 things you got to do, 6 things you have to write before even getting out of bed. And then once you get out of bed, and once you finally get out of bed and you succeed at just one of those things, you celebrate that success. If you look for the good, you'll find good. If you look for the negative, guess what you're going to find? That's right, the negative. So, and then at night before you go to bed, write at least 3 things that have positively happened to you. If you focus on the negative, you're going to bring yourself down. How do I know this? I live it every day. Good gravy. Oh, sorry. I am so sorry. I'm normally here an hour earlier and I had completely lost track of time. So my deepest, sincerest apologies. Especially about me yawning. Okay. So, I posted something on Facebook tonight and I asked for silent prayers. There was really nothing wrong. I just wanted silent prayers because if I really wanted people to know, I would have put it out there what I wanted them to know. But I just asked for prayers. And someone called my mother-in-law. And I had a really good day until that happened. And then I got nasty. Because it irked me that they couldn't come to me or my husband, but they went to my mother-in-law. got her all worried, all upset over me asking for prayers. And all because I didn't want to say what my prayers were for. Then I let the ants in because now I'm thinking negative and I'm all upset. And those ants are coming in. See, your prayers are going to be answered, right? That's what the ants are telling me. See, you'll never get anywhere. See, whatever the case is, right? But then I had my husband knock some sense into me, and I don't mean it literally. He didn't hit me. He just used my words against me. The words that I preach to you guys all the time. Look for the positive, not the negative. So the positives today, right? Oh, I am so sorry. So look for the positives. It was a great day. The sun was shining. My granddaughter was helping her pappy out in the yard with wood. It was a great day. I need to focus on that. So you find something that you can focus on. What would it be? Would it be the sun? Maybe you got your caffeine. Mine has to be Pepsi. Maybe it's you just got to sit quietly. Maybe you got to take that time and reflect on where you were to where you are now by journaling, because that's what Llewellyn promotes, right? In this Tiny Steps to Success, the right step, right, you're writing, right step, okay? So don't let the anger get to you. Don't let the negativity get to you, because that's all you're going to be focused on. I need you to remember, and I need to remember just as well as you do, that it's about feeling the positive, remembering the positive, so that way you'll have a better day. All right, so sorry. Oh, my stars, you guys. I should have waited till tomorrow. All right, so sometimes being stuck could mean that you don't feel safe. And if you don't feel safe, there are options out there for you. If you don't feel safe and you don't want to put it on here, you can also email me at llewellynbissel@gmail.com. And I cannot put it in the notes because for some reason it's disabled my notes or comments, and I don't know why. I hope I didn't do it. I'll have to go back and look. All right. So you have to ask yourself, what is safe? What does being safe mean to me? Safe is a feeling of not. Okay. You may be asking. So safe to what, you may be asking? Okay. I have to go back to the book because I'm getting ahead of myself here. It's a feeling of not being safe to say what is truly on your mind. Maybe it's a worry that someone may find out that you can't explore or even say the most honest things in your journal. Afraid they'll find it, read it, use it against you, hurt you over it, whatever the case is. I get that. I live that. But remember that this is just for you. So if you need a journal that has a lock on it, get it. But keep those questions in mind when and if you're feeling stuck. So what do I really want to say that I'm not allowing myself to say? You need to find that safety within you and be honest with you. I don't care if you're honest with anyone else, but you have to be honest with yourself. It helps if you're honest with others. So if you really don't want to do something, don't do it. If you want to do something, go do it. Whatever, as long as it doesn't hurt others or yourself. Just say it. Next question you want to keep in mind is, what's the worst thing that can happen if I write things I want? Boy, I really messed up on that one. So if you're writing, what is the worst thing that can happen? Is your life really in danger? Or is it that you're just trying to avoid conflict? What is the worst that can happen? So how will it affect me if I don't write it? I can honestly tell you from my personal experience, it was like living in hell almost every single day. Get it out of your head. Because sometimes when you actually put it down on paper, your eyes will actually see what you're writing going, no, that's not true. You are wonderful. You are enough. You are loved. Whatever needs to be said, right? And then where will it lead me in 10 years if I don't write it? So you want to take these other questions that you may be asking yourself and you need to write it down, whether it's on your phone that you can lock it or save it somewhere. Maybe it's in an actual journal and you can keep it with you, maybe in a backpack or a purse or whatever you carry with you. Maybe it's on a computer and you title it something totally wrong, like monkey business or whatever, right? But there is no right or wrong way to write in your journal. You're going to know because it's you. At least I hope you know. Make sure you always date it. Always date it. Friday, September 13th. Woohoo! Friday the 13th, right? Because this is about you. This is for you. And you can write about your solace. You can write about your love. You can write about your work. You can write about your scars, inside and out scars, visible, invisible, what your fears are. And there's so much more. And once I started journaling, I realized that it really helped me focus on some of the things that just didn't make sense. And I was able to make sense of them. Because 9 times out of 10, they were the ants, the automated negative thoughts syndrome, lying to me. And then I actually had to see it going, well, that's not right, But again, this is for you. What is going to help you? So the best thing you can do for yourself is just write. So pick up that pen or pencil. I say pen because I don't want you to be able to erase it, but I'm just saying, and just write and see where it takes you. Now, again, journaling can help you with clarity. It increases your mood, maybe your intuition, and hopefully it can declutter your mind. Let's get that thing organized the best that we can. So just don't censor what comes to your mind or on paper, right? Just let it out, all of it. See how you feel when it's out. I'm not saying you have to keep it. You can burn if you want, but write it out. And as a recap, write. If you have to burn it because you're afraid someone reading it, burn it. But write and get it out. Look at it. I'm not saying memorize it. I'm saying look at it and go, oh, my stars. That's not true at all. Burn it, throw it away. What do we got to do? And you want to celebrate your success for actually writing that down. So try to get unstuck from wherever you're at. And again, if you need someone to talk to or you're afraid to let someone else know, email me. Put on there, delete, do not read. And I will delete it. I will not read it. I will give you my word on that. I have enough in my email box that I don't read. Just saying. Or if you want me to read it and don't respond, say read, but don't respond. It's up to you. If you don't want me to know, don't tell me. I'm okay with that too. I don't have to know because this is about you. But if you want someone to talk to, I will be there. It's my full name, LuellenBissell@gmail.com, all lowercase. No dashes, no dots. Okay. So that was chapter 9. Now I have to go back and edit this because I did say 8 and 9. It's actually 9 and 10. Chapter 10 talks about tolerations. And I wish I could ask if there was anyone here, but for some reason it's not allowing me to have comments. And I don't know why. Anyway, so chapter 10 is tolerations. What does toleration mean? Toleration is the practice of tolerating something, in particular meaning differences of opinion or behavior to put up with. So for instance, my husband, being the wonderful, kind, gentleman man that he is, okay, maybe not a gentleman, but the man that he is, right, may use the bathroom and leave the toilet seat up. In the middle of the night, I have to go in, and guess what? I sink in. Some of us women have to tolerate that stuff. I have to remember to put the seat down. Granted, my husband doesn't do that, but I'm just using it as an example that it could happen. Maybe you're like me and you hate it when somebody squeezes from the middle of the toothpaste instead of the back and rolling it up. Oh, my stars, I hate that. I have to fix it before I can use it. He does it all the time right from the middle. It's like, no. Maybe it's the toilet paper over or under that bothers you. But whatever it is, we have to tolerate some of this stuff because it really isn't all that important. Not really. Yeah, it could be a nuisance, but it's not that big of a deal. It also means to allow the existence, occurrence, or practice of something that one does not necessarily like or agree with, without interference, hindrance, or opposition. Accept or endure someone or something unpleasant or disliked for forbearance. Like with the political parties that are going on right now. I'm not getting it. I'm just giving you an example. When they debate, they're always going after the jugular of the other person because they don't want you to vote for that person. They want you to vote for them, right? So we, the people, tolerate all that stuff as we listen to this. That's tolerating. Just saying. All right. So Jane Rule wrote, I can't even talk now. Jane Rule wrote, human beings tolerate what they understand they have to tolerate. We have to tolerate political stuff. Woody Allen said, life is full of misery, loneliness, and suffering, and it's all over much too soon. So my advice to you is do not focus on the negative. Find the positive in your life. Find joy, find happiness, create your own happiness. You cannot rely on others to make you happy. You just really can't do that. You can try. All right. So please consider the following 8 questions before describing about 10 or more of your tolerations in your journal. Ready? All right, here they are. Number 1, what are you putting up with? What is it that you just don't like and you're tolerating it and you're putting up with it? That's the first question. Second question, what is a source of irritation, either minor or major? What is that for you? Number 3, what aggravates you so much that you endure daily? Road rage. Just hate people in the vehicles. I just hate them. They're always in my way. Sorry. Next one, was it number 4, I think? What are some bothersome things in your life? Do you have bothersome things? It's okay to write those down, but you need to change it to a positive. How can you change those bothersome things to positives? And I'm asking about all of these. How can you change these to positive? Or can you ignore it? Cross it off and go, not that important. From 1 to 10, 10 being the absolute most important one, 1 not being that important, or even 0 for that matter. It doesn't matter. How important are these questions to you? All right. Number 5, what messes are in your life that you have been so time consuming for a long time that you just don't see it anymore? What has been there so long? Right? What mess in life has been there so long? And you're like, I just don't deal with it anymore. Number 6, what do you have in your work life or home life that leaves you feeling frustrated? And how can you change that if you can? Number 7, what have you just given up or accepted as a loss? And number 8, what have you been struggling with for a long time with some aspect in your life? Well, Robert Greene Ingersoll says, tolerance is giving to every human being every right that you claim for yourself. So if you say that you have every right to do it, they also have every right to do it. So make sure you give that tolerance, right? CeeLo Green wrote, tolerance, compromise, understanding, acceptance, patience. I want those all to be very sharp tools in my shed. I like that. Tolerance, compromise, understanding, acceptance, and patience. Do you have any of those in your house or your tool shed? Okay, I'm missing a few myself. I guess I better go get them. So when you are doing any of these, please, please, please make sure that you're writing in a journal. It's very important that once you do, you celebrate your success. So I have a challenge for you, if you will. Will you write 10 or more of your tolerations? And then if you can, share them with me and let me know that you wrote them. I don't have to know what their tolerations are, just that you wrote them and how they made you feel once you actually saw them on paper. I'd like to know that. All right. I am sorry again about being late. I really am. Oh my goodness. I did not mean for me to be late. So next Friday, hopefully at 8 p.m. Pacific time, 8, 9, 10, 11 Eastern time, I'm going to be going over chapter 8, or excuse me, chapter 11, which is the 8 characteristics of life. Holy smokeroonies. And that is going to be just a little bit longer than what these two chapters have been. So I'm just going to do chapter 11 tomorrow. So I need to, in this, let you know that I will be editing the title because it's actually 9 and 10, not 8 and 9. Remember that you are worthy. You are enough. And you are loved. God loves you. You're not alone in this. And if you think you're alone for one little minute, you need to get my book that says Not Alone, Not Forgotten, because you are not alone. It's all about mental health. So that's all I'm going to talk about tonight. I do apologize that my comments were shut off. I'm going to find out what I can do to fix that if I can. And I really hope to hear from you. I don't even know if anything's working. Holy smokes. It says it is. All right. So thank you very much for watching, and I hope this works. I will see you again soon. Bye, everyone.